Go. I do believe we are live, so I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Today's stream topic is about not fighting your future. I was laying awake last night thinking about the future, thinking about what I want from the future, in the future, thinking about how I can do things now that can get me to that future. And I knew there was going to be a possibility that I go through to a farmer's place today as a potential business opportunity. And in the midst of this experience, I was just lying awake, thinking about these things, thinking about ways to do, thinking about ways to say, right? There's so much we can do and so much we have to say in order to get those things done in the first place. And I was like reeling over and over again. It was my birthday. It's still my birthday's my birthday's brother. It's my brother's birthday today. I am like on 3 hours of sleep right now, maybe a little bit more than 3 hours. But I get called by my family this morning to sing him a happy birthday, and I sleep straight through all of the calls, right? Like completely through the calls. And then I wake up still in a haze and I see I got missed calls from both my mom and my brother. And I'm like, I hope it's not bad. And I call my brother first. And I'm like, so dude, I saw you called me. And he goes, yeah, it's our brother's birthday today. And we usually have this thing of like waking up and singing for our family members. But usually I wake up earlier than I did this morning. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll call him as well. And he's like, yeah, call him when you're not dirty slop, when you're not sleepyhead anymore. And I agree. I did end up calling my brother, had a phone call with him, it was nice kind of catching up for a second. And then I get the link from Marku, also known as Dank Panda. If you get, you just sent me a little heart where we're getting to that part of the story. So many birthdays, right? So many birthdays. Jovan celebrated the birthday of a loved one this weekend as well. So I feel this energy. I feel this energy because today's call out, to say it in so many words, wasn't paid. There was no intention set for me to receive payment, and there was no intention for him to pay me anything for today's like just visit. To see the place, to see the farm, to see where their base of operations is. To start and get an idea of how we can make some content for them. And then we, after seeing everything, sit down and we start talking about pricing, about what we can do, about what we can't do. And then during this process, the topic of labeling comes up as well, of packaging the products that he has available in his business. And this fractal opens up of doing some design work, for his brand. And that opening up, like the at least with my intention driving there, I thought it was just going to be media based, make videos, edit videos, right? I can do that. I know how to do that. And then suddenly this design fractal as well. And again, this morning, when I got the pin and I was still sleepy and I still felt this energy of, there is technically no money to be made kind of vibes, right, in my mind. And I feel this resistance of like, maybe I'll do a rain check. Maybe we'll do it later. Maybe we'll check up on each other a little bit later. And he wants to go to market with his product at the end of this month. So if I rain checked, if I waited, this future, of doing some work for him wouldn't exist. And it just felt like reaffirming to me, with the yoga as well and sharing with the friends what today was kind of like. It just came up in me that sometimes the tired, the anxiety, the doubt, the lack of self-control and self-belief, I feel both, can deny you the future you're supposed to live. We had a little bit of this conversation with Loizana as well in the yoga class about how we can end up fighting our own futures by trying to conform to what someone else our future was supposed to be, right? Maybe your family believes you're supposed to live a certain life and that life is supposed to look this way. And in your attempt to live that life that they wanted for you, you end up not living yours, fighting your future, even though you're fighting to try and keep somebody happy at the same time. Still an act of love, but one in reverse, I guess. We have Sam here too. We have a bunch of friends lurking. You are loved, dear friends. A very merry unbirthday to you, my friends, and to you, and to you. I'm finally home again. Bless you at home, bro. Good to be present here after long. Naren, dude, it's nice seeing you too. You know, Naren has been a videographer since way before I was. And the fact that I'm now getting into doing videography work as well, the fact that you're here now with that in mind feels very apt and very synchronous, bro. Maybe you're giving me some of your good juju, so I'm absorbing as much as I can. Give more, please. Back to my cozy swamp. Love to you. Chauvin is blessing our friends as well. Sam and Jaju and Melt and three more lurking. I think there's more lurking now. Maybe there was. Whoa, Naren, how have you been? Hello, lovely. Zanos here too. Bless you, friend. The farmer, Dank Panda, also gave me some of his buds. I shouldn't, but I want to. I want to show you how beautiful these buds are. So I will. I'm just sending. Did you send it? I'm not going to just reply to the image that seems like someone sent me. Because I see this if looking at this friend I will probably make it from base if I can. Just because it's about pixels, dude. Those don't have the pixels. Those do not have the pixel count, unfortunately. Alrighty. Look the goodies I got from my visit. And I didn't think I was gonna get any goodies, right? Like we actually already had like set up to leave. Like we were at the car, ready to get in the car when he went, wait a second. I didn't give you guys anything. And we were like, you didn't have to give us anything. But he did. And goody. Goody. One of them is Girl Scout cookies. I've never had Girl Scout cookies. I've had some Mandarin cookies. That's from him. I've had some of the blue cheese. That's from him. I've had some of the Exodus cheese. That's from him as well. So there's a bunch of strains that we've tried on the strain reviews that was grown by him. But yeah, dude, shoulders are important, friend. Gotta keep them strong. I hurt my shoulder. I'm so sorry to hear that. Was it with the moving and stuff? I hope you feel better soon, friend. All right, I have my tweezers here. I think I put one of them down right here, and then I'm going to drop this down a bit. Sorry for these angles. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm gonna punch. Nice floor background. Maybe I can do this. Watch. I am an artist. Do like so. Sorry, give me a second. I'm being pedantic. Give me. There we go. Yeah. Yes, rock. I wish I had more blocks. Then it would have been even better. Let me show you some of this peyote cookies. Peyote cookies, Yossi. Is this the best shot? I am like pointing downwards so the light is no longer hitting the way I want it to. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this up here. Yeah, I got plan. You're like, Melt, please just show us the weed, bro. Like, we don't mind though. We don't. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, it does. Yes, it does have to be perfect actually. My beat up yoga blocks. Yeah. Right there, right there. Look at that. Now we're winning. Now we're winning. This is the peyote cookies. Right. All right. Now, let me show you the psychedelic, and then I'll show you the one that I personally find the most sexy. What is being say? Semi Biden free test was a bud. Not so sure. I feel better than yesterday, but that's not saying much. Bless, bro. I don't know what the hell those words meant, but I'm guessing it means you feel better, which I'm taking as wins. Good. You feel better. I hear you not. Did miss a few. Hope you're all doing well. Bless you. These kid germs are officially trying to end my life, but I fight on. Might have. He said tweezers, and it's showing the ground. This motherfucker starts pulling something out of his foot. What the hell? No. No, thank you. Why do you go there, bro? Like, tweezers can be used for many things. And like these are very particular tweezers as well. These tweezers do not work on people. These are not people tweezers. I hear you now, and I've also been at it. Well, and getting weller. This is the way. This is the only way. Well, and getting weller. Giraffes as well. They all carry transmutable biological. Yeah, it's true. My dream is that someday when we are sick, we have to take to just boop out into a stasis coma until we are healthy. Yeah, not me, bro. I have work to do. Stasis coma. Sounds nice. You have a lot of time on your hands. All right, this is the psychedelic. Ooh, psychedelic. And like, I don't know if it's clear. These are unit nugs. My hands aren't small. I don't know if this is a good scale as well. What's going on, everyone? I'm sharing stories and gifts that I got today, Nancy. It's nice having you here with us. All right, one more I'll show. YouTube is gonna probably do a triple backflip. How dare you? How dare you show people these things? I'm showing them flowers. Look, I'm showing them flowers, YouTube. Look at the flowers. They're just flowers. This is the one that I find the most appealing. It's so gorgeous. This is that little side nug is the one I took for today. And look at that. Look at that unit. So kind to have been blessed. So pretty. That self-love, you buddy, if I've ever seen one. Yeah, nice. I would have loved to see you get work done yesterday in my state, Melt. Hard to work when you are bouncing back and forth between shivering, sweating, and your bones hurting. Bro, I don't know if you weren't there for those days, but I literally had COVID on stream. I was at Christian's place. I still did the work. I didn't get the option to not work, dude. Unfortunately. I guess it's also a matter of like you do physical labor, which I don't. I work with digitors. Johnny Manu is making a sandwich. I'm taking you to my room. My room's a mess. Crops out the mess. Impossible. It says. Nice. Now we go back and we experience some of that Girl Scout cookies for the first time. First day of school, you say. Start buying vitamin C and zinc and turmeric and magnesium. While you're at it, maybe schedule a doctor visit. Put eyes on that little guy, and he looks like he belongs on Sesame Street, right? I like that even more. For me, the thing that I usually relate nugs to is like gems. I see them as like little gemstones. You know that, and in a way they are, because it's still a crystal structure. The crystalline structure is just lignin, mainly, right? Can I? Let's see if a language model will stand me on this. Get my blocks again. Alrighty. But I like the fractal of them being like little Sesame Street characters even more. The Grinch. Copyright? Yeah, true. I should probably start the new text. Me and my friends are having a conversation, and I am mentioning that I think of marijuana buds as crystals. The way it's spelled it. Marijuana buds. Cannabis. I'm mentioning that I think of cannabis as crystal structures. Considering lignin and how plants grow, is that somehow accurate? Somehow, come on, give me the words to make it make sense. Oh man, this is your first time with Girl Scout cookies. It's a wonderful strain, one of my absolute favorites. It smells incredible as well. Sharp. Sharp and gassy, would be the terpenes that I notice. It's so strong, like the smells, that as soon as I crushed it, even if my grinder closed, I knew about it. Smooth strain for sure. Whatever this illness, it makes me hungry. I could eat a worth of groceries in a night now. Maybe you are trying to recover from, like, technically it's better to fast while you are sick, but that also depends on your mileage. Chocolate Maui, Malawi was very kind to me through the muscle aches though. I also ended up smoking a lot more weed when I was sick with the vid. Charlene Fouchier! Yossi. Look at us. Tani Charlene. Tani Charlene is John's mom. Your mom is in stream with me, dude. It's nice having you, Tani. We're going to be vaping on some Girl Scout cookies today. I'll have it to you by Thursday. Quack. Red Panda before Saturday. First game for the Red Pandas. I'll inbox you some Scorella. Nice. Before Saturday. First game. She's doing some design work for you. She is a graphic designer after all. We did get some information here, and I'm going to add some warmth to these Girl Scout cookies, and then we're going to read about weed as a crystal structure. This has Point Breaky flavors, but then as soon as I started saying that, almost like there was even more. That is surreal. Even more so. The way I would describe this strain on the first cycle when it's mostly terpenes, it's like a sharp gassiness, almost like you're, smelling the fumes coming off of a marker or something. And then the second cycle, it goes into foodie, like you just walked into a Chinese restaurant and they're like cooking up a storm, and then you eat a fortune cookie, and then all of those sweet flavors of the fortune cookie happening while all of that background information of all of the savory cookedness happens. That's what that tastes like to me. Some of you friends have Dynavaps, so maybe you can let me know if that's remotely accurate to what you've experienced with yours. Because I think there's also like differences in genetics depending on where you are. The language model told me that my analogy is quite imaginative. Cannabis buds don't exactly grow like crystals, but there are some parallels that you can draw based on how plant structures form. For instance, there is lignin in plant growth. Lignin is a complex organic polymer found in the cell walls of plants, giving them rigidity and resistance to decay. In cannabis, as other plants, lignin plays a crucial role in supporting the plant's structure. It's involved in the thickening of cell walls, especially in the stems and vascular tissues, helping the plant stay upright to transport water and nutrients. And I know, because I've grown bud, you can make your plant stronger, more crystal-esque, if you will, right? Like, if you had to think about it from that perspective, by adding something called silica, which is sand in a liquid form, to your plants, right? You can put it in their soil and they will use that silica in their structure, and it makes them more rigid and also more pest resistant, which is also pretty cool. My client is sending messages. Okay, I got forwarded messages about the colors they want to use. Okay. Sativa turquoise, pink and yellow. Okay. Indica is green, purple, and dark blue. And then the hybrid can be a combo of those two colors chosen above. Maybe with sativa it can be orange or yellow or lime green. So pink, yellow, turquoise. Maybe with sativa can be orange or yellow or lime green. I agree with the indica colors. Thank you so much, Marco. I can work with those colors. I can do like a little bit of a test run with both those sativa colors, and then we can find out if you like what we're working with. Let me hear the voice note as well.
I like the bottom one. I like the way it's bordered. Dude, I really like the bottom one. I like the way it's bordered, it's sort of framed with that ring. And I've always wanted to sort of have an established date that we could put down there, established 2018 or 2019. We can put 2019 as Dank Panda as a name, started in 2019. But I really, really, really like the look and feel of that. The smoke, the way the smoke rolls is really, really sweet as. Fucking nice, I do like that. The other two are cool as well. Yeah. You're not going to make it easy, I can see. If these are just simple, rough sketches, I'm already in love with all of them.
Yeah. Awesome. Just finished listening to this voice note. I'm super happy. You're happy with the last one as well. I feel like that's also the closest to what I found I like. And we can absolutely, add some text elements of established in 2018, adding that level of just, understanding of how long you've been around for. Kind of that proof is in the pudding. Happy 420. Yeah, it's true actually. I just vaped a little bit of the Girl Scout cookies and it tastes amazing. The effects are so nostalgic, but like in a euphoric way. Like I'm like, oh, that nice time I'm having right now.
That nice time I'm having
right now, bro. Oh man.
Well, every present moment is.
I'm
becoming part of the
professional.
past, though.
I'm a professional.
Every present moment is becoming part of the past. Though.
True. And today's stream topic is about not fighting your future.
Mm.
So it also feels like one of those inevitability things, right? You can't fight your past. Right? The past is the past. So why are you fighting? Why are you trying to fight your future? Maybe your past is informing your willingness to fight your future, but don't let it, please. My daughter's soccer team is the Red Pandas. I'm going to surprise them with some Joe Art awesomeness. That would be cool. Red Pandas are. I got a message about the Girl Scout cookies. From the grower's mouth himself, she is a clean smoke. How is the cure? I think she has been sitting for 8 months. If she's been sitting for 8 months, I am actually shocked with how perfect the cure is. Like it had that like, is it silly sand consistency where it falls over itself at once to kind of at the same time. Very, very nice, man. Thank you so much. I am technically reviewing it now on stream as well, just the fact though. Blessings, bro. You made my day, seriously. Biggest coin I've ever used. Let me open it on this one instead.
After stream, are we gonna try and make some flowery?
Yeah. Now that we have the colors, exactly, and then we can put that design element in the back. Get some.
And what I meant with the idea is just for the concept of it. I just wanted to like pastel art, like smoky textures, maybe could be cool.
Smoky textures for the flower or the geometry and the
yes,
background.
and then you take that image, you make.
I mean, we can do the smoky textures for like one of them, because I'm still going to be manipulating a lot, and I do want those. I want those black outlines.
Yeah, but we can always add those. Like you can do it very well with some softwares.
I would rather just make all the pixels myself. I'm like that though. I would rather just do it myself and have something very clean. And we can add some textures as well. Like that's the thing. We can add almost like that smoky stuff in the background and then add textures on top of that.
Yeah, so what I meant was we just make those and then you take those and you do your thing with them and your be whatever you feel like for each strain.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But again, the reason I use my biggest lens on the highest pixel count on my phone and I use 30 megabyte images to start making my flowers is why they look good. As soon as you start using an 80 kilobits up to 3 megabytes, that's the highest res we could get out of Midjourney. It's not going to look as good.
But how are you going to take pictures of that color?
I'm not going to take pictures of the color. I'm going to build the pixels myself in a 4K window, and then I have a 4K image that I can actually bring into my editing software. I like the idea, but again, pixels. So pixels is some money.
I just like what we did with Conclave's flowers, generating something. And
I get. But again, the conclave was being displayed on, very far away screens, and it was kind of a big thing. This is going to be something small and crisp. I want it to look good. Is the thing, right? And again, I want it to be our work. As soon as you use the language model to make, the panda is language model kind of vibes, right? But for my art, I don't see the panda. The panda is their thing, right?
Yeah.
The rest is gonna be our thing. So it's a standards thing for me, kind of vibes as well. But we can again, maybe if you want to, I can send those colors for you, and you can try and make something if you want to give us some ideas, maybe.
Yeah, I just don't have access to Midjourney on my phone.
I mean, didn't you make those in?
Yeah, I can make them.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use them.
Yeah.
we can make ideas to like think about what we can do, but they are unfortunately very low res, and they come with built-in. This image was made with AI.
Oh, that water. Yeah, we can at least like
Crop more of our
remove
pixels
it.
out.
Remove it.
I think I'm gonna open back up here again. I'm on images here. You see, I think I'm far behind. A monkey with a world of a giant raccoon. What a ride that would be. It would be cool. Maybe the giant sloths as well while we're at it. Oh, 50-pound raccoon behind the Dunkin' Donuts garbage cans. She huge. That might be a fun soccer team. Shut the fuck up, dude. Not 50 pounds. I feel like I'm so fucking lost. I have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna keep reading until I catch up. Maybe I should try and switch to all messages. Maybe that helps. But what if my future is dying from whatever the sickness is? Then you fought your future, right? Still, you can either fight this virus or you can think about dying, and in doing so, fight your future, right? Those are your options. Your future can die. The future doesn't exist, and the future is not set, right? So the future can definitely not die. I need to fight that right. Yeah, you need to fight the sickness. Last night, my daughter looked me dead in the eyes and said, I would die by my next birthday, which is like 8 days away. She said she was joking, but there was a look in her eyes like she knew something. Yeah, bro. And if she was right, I'm going to make sure that she goes to the most prestigious witches school, and becomes a future teller lady, and then we'll make gang money with investments. I'm sorry, Doctor. You're gonna be fine, bro. She's a 5-year-old. She sees you being like, oh, she's like, yep, he's dying, bro. He's out. He's not long for this world. This tastes so tasty. So fresh as well. I don't think being felled by a virus qualifies you for Valhalla, Doc. You should probably stay here. That second hit was even nicer. You were right. I need to go out fighting bears or giant raccoons. Real talk. I think I'm just doomed every time I get sick to get really, really sick. Because when my buddy Keith first thought he had cancer, I gave him all kinds of shit for not hanging out because he had the sniffles. Now he's using his energy to be like, oh yeah, motherfucker, take these sniffles. Maybe that is the lesson you're supposed to be learning. Gaining from your past the knowledge that will be necessary for your future. Maybe you'll be a little bit more compassionate next time. But sending Keith his blessings as well for being a little bit of a joker, poking fun at you a little bit, man. Bad approach, normally usual situation. I would ride a bear though, if they'd let me. That gif of Putin riding a bear is pretty sick. I wouldn't mind riding a bear as well. If they would let me, of course. I may have just found a capybara Halloween costume. Well, there we go, Doc Dad. Your reason to live has been established. Step 1, get capybara costume. Step 2, get dressed in capybara costume. Step 3, Step 4, profit. Maybe you'll just come back home with candy, bro. That could be good enough. Of anyone, Florida man has the best chance to make his make the bear his mount of choice. Dakota man, Florida man, and California man, and Carolina man also have a decent chance. A bear-sized raccoon sounds exceptionally problematic. A bear-sized raccoon would be, that thing would 100% make its way inside houses, whether they're locked or not. Wouldn't matter. That's like a Tasmanian devil, right? Or like a badger. Those are like raccoon bears. I think maybe they're talking about scale, right? Like a raccoon, just straight raccoon, but the size of a bear. That's the way I'm interpreting, at least. And in my mind, that sounds like an exceptionally big problem for humanity. If we're just, especially if we say they can procreate quickly as well, I do believe. Like if they have enough food, they will be a lot of them, and we would probably become the food. No, jeez, no, please, no imagination. Capybara costume with a Roman toga and a crown of thorns. You might be establishing a new religion. I love how Pocho went for the Capybara Christ tractor. That does sound like such a niche costume that absolutely no one would understand, but also no one would have ever seen in their lives before. So it would be like, what am I looking at? You get to tell them the story of a conversation we had. How do we know? How dare we believe even that our Lord and Savior was sent to us as a person? People like even that archetype, had anger and would flip tables. Righteously. Righteous table flipping, but still, I've never seen capybaras flip tables. The Lord and Savior probably came to earth as a capybara. He's probably here right now. Lord and Savior. I do think we treat the capybaras well, at least. So maybe that's a good thing. Mostly. Right, I've never, and this is not a call to awareness to see more, but I've never seen like capybaras in like a bad state, right? Like a capybara is not having a good time. Maybe that's also like media and marketing, and the capybaras in bad conditions aren't being viralized. Who knows? Yeah, that's gonna generate some calls. Maybe you should find yourself a nice abandoned cult complex with its fencing intact. I don't know what those words mean. That stuff exists. Yeah, get to tell them your testimony and convert them to pacifism that is embraced by capybaras. They are pretty chill. And they're also, like they get along. They get along with creatures they have no right getting along with. Like crocodiles. Hey Google. Hey Google. Can you show me some pictures of capybaras chilling with crocodiles? What? No, dude, that doesn't seem real. That doesn't seem real, bro. But it makes me so happy. No, there's more of them. There's many of them. Like, look at these dudes. Like, how is that even real? And then your mind is like, no, that's not real. And then there's like photos. There's photos like this of capybaras on the crocodiles in the water. What the fuck? There's more of them. They're literally riding the crocodiles. Like, what the hell? We were just talking about bears letting us ride them. But there are actual freaking dinosaurs that are letting these things ride them. Like if you tried to ride an alligator, guess what? That thing will not be happy with that. Like you will not get away with that. But these dudes be so chill. Look at them faces. Freaking monkeys being like, wow, what are you? What are you, creature? Capybara chilling amongst a bunch of crocodiles. Capybara chilling amongst a bunch of turtles. And yeah, this is fine. Oh, I like that. I like the other creatures. This is nice. It's nice. Look at that being alive. Wow. That's cool. Oh, this one is so cute. This one is so cute. Look at how happy he is about this Burby landing on him. Hey, Burby. And even the butterflies. This one seems so feminine. Look at that feminine. Cute little capybara. Oh, bro. Oh, even kitties. It even loves them kitties. And the kitties also. Like again, like even the kitties, right? Kitties are very skizz about other creatures. Oh, even doggos. Even doggos are like, wow, friend. Hello, friend. Bruh, the rats. I'm just gonna keep finding more and more photos. Even the rats like the capybaras. Maybe that's a staged photo because that capybara is in water, and I don't think rats particularly like water. But I might be wrong. Oh wow. We got, I think for the first time, capybara being a vehicle of choice. Nice. Capybara allowing a bunch of monkeys to ride it. Like, I don't know if you friends go down this rabbit hole as well, but I absolutely and will not be convinced otherwise. I hope that's clear. Believe that there is some story happening there, right? Like there's a narrative, there's like a person, maybe that's the right way to say it, in each and every single one of those entities, right? That capybara in their world is their own person. And those own person monkeys are like own personing, riding this other person. And there's like a story, and they're probably like super stoked about this. Oh man. Capybaras. If I die an early death, I'll come back as a capybara. That sounds like a life that will be well lived. Oh man, yeah. I want just this photo. One more capybara photo of them chilling with other entities. I'm trying to get the freaking shadow to also show the image. Turtles and duckards. So the way I'm seeing this, and the way that my mind is tripping out about it, right, is that I have this mental question that arises every single time a animal, like a pet, is willing to close the gap of space and time to come and have a connection and an exchange with me. And even more so if that animal feels safe enough to, like want to be, I want to use the words almost like vulnerable, right? Like being in the arms of a creature or being on top of a creature could be a vulnerable position to be in, right? Like it by definition changes the surface area of the earth to the surface area of this entity, which I can manipulate by my will, right? So in that way, this willingness for a creature to climb on top of another creature has, like, in my mind, a significance. I think that significance can just be summarized to, it's probably oxytocin, right? That feeling of connection, that closeness, that skin contact thing. I think I'm kind of weird in that way, because I even get oxytocin from, the cold, semi-rigid body of a snake, around your body, like around your arm. Like I still feel that sense of like, this is surreal. I'm holding an entity, this thing that is alive and has needs. Probably doesn't want to necessarily be in my hand right now. Probably would want to do something else, but that want for it to do anything is surreal as well. The future. I'm gonna close the door because I will get copyright stricken. Yesterday's video is completely blocked, unfortunately. They completely blocked it. I think I should be able to show you that as well. They were like, oh yeah? You play copyrighted music? How about your video ceases to exist in the internet? How about that? Okay. So this is the way it usually looks. See? Like that one. Let me show you. I can click on this thing. And then I can go edit. And then I can go monetization. And then I can go on. And now suddenly that video will have ads from now on forward. I try not to do that because I love you. I love you more than I love money. But then look, right? Now it has a green money button, which means if you watch this video, I have the chance to earn money on it. And that is public. It means it's globally accessible. Now, yesterday, just because there was a few minutes of copyrighted music playing in the background, this video got completely blocked. Like it is. I clicked on the wrong one. There we go. So, this video contains copyright materials. As a result, it has been blocked worldwide. Cool, YouTube. Cool, that seems reasonable. Fortunately, they have now introduced features where I can go into my video and then I can like hit like erase song. And then I save. And then it should, with artificial intelligence, just remove that song from my video. I'll just be dancing to nothing, if I'm dancing at all in that moment, if it's not just playing in the background. So yeah, don't fight your future. It feels like YouTube is in a way fighting the future of their creators by bending the knee to these studios. In a weird way, that's why I'm kind of stoked. And I know this might be sacrilege to some people, but again, from a creator perspective, dealing with stuff like that, it makes it very difficult for you to support real creators in your content. In fact, it actively and aggressively disincentivizes you to. So it makes me gravitate towards AI-generated content. Music. Suno is very good right now, right? And for the videos I've been making on the YouTube side for one of my clients, I'm using mostly AI-generated music because I don't get copyright stricken for it. It feels kind of, a part of me is like, do I lose some soul? Does the value within the music lose some soul if there's no? I mean, technically, I'm still the one prompting, right? There's still pieces of me in that song somewhere, just less than there used to be. It is an interesting world we're living in. Don't fight the future. Don't fight the future. Something, don't fight the future, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and part of me is to say it in so many words as well. Someone creating live music, even if it's a cover song, is not caught by someone creating live music, even if it's a cover song, it is not caught by YouTube music algorithm. It is for me. Like, literally, I have been multiple times. Ask me how I know. Copyright stricken on days that wasn't Wednesday, where I was like, why is my stream copyright stricken? I usually only get copyright stricken on Wednesdays because I dance, right? And then I'm like, I go into it, and there's this segment where John is singing in the background, a copyrighted song. And then it's like, oh, wait, but now your whole video, all of the revenue it can make is ours, or nobody is allowed to see it. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you have that power over my content? Because your sound is playing in the background. And how do you think that's going to fare well for you? Because again, I make content in the real world. And that's not a brag. That is just me acknowledging the reality that in the real world, people are playing real music, and all of that real music is copywritten, you know, which means that all of the footage that I take in the real world for clients ends up having all of this copyrighted music. Like, I got called by my employer about the video, the live stream, being partially blocked. And I was like, yeah, all of your athletes walked up with copyrighted music. And he's like, fix it. And I'm like, bro, what do you mean fix it? Like, I can make the sounds disappear. And I did those buttons because, again, it was a 2-hour live stream and there was music playing the whole time. So every time you edit one, you have to wait. And then you can edit one and you have to wait. Huzzah. Huzzah AI music. Huzzah future. Huzzah not having to get copyright stricken and have my work taken for foolish reasons. Like, it's not like I'm trying to steal from them, right? When I'm dancing to music as well, I'm adding value, am I not? That seems like free use. That seems like free use. All of the use cases that I've used music in seems like free use. Like, if you are recreating something, you're playing music in an environment, like, that doesn't feel like it's a violation of people's media, right? Again, and I'm seeing it from the perspective of, if people suddenly all over the world wanted to use my art in their decor for their internal buildings, right? Like, whether they pay me or not, that would be such an incredible honor, right? And that would, in and of itself, bring so much extra, abundance into my life. De facto, like, the people stealing my work don't even have to give me a single cent of their own cash. Ideally there will be some sort of traceability of, like, finding the artists of our cameras, of, like, who made this work of art. And then with my Patreon being almost like a chronological type of blockchain. It's not exactly blockchain, and I have started minting my things into the blockchain, but as again, it's a lot of work. So, why are you fighting the future? Stop! Oh, okay, I get it though. I get it, fine. Fine. Malti, is John gonna play and sing for us? Not right now. Probably not. We can ask him if that is something you want. Religious Americans aren't interested in pacifism. Maybe the capybaras can help with that. Sam, we love them cuties. It's true. The ultimate neutrality. Just saying. The difference between us riding an alligator and a capybara doing it is that the capybara never insinuated that it was at the top of the food chain. Yeah, that's a beautiful observation you've made, Sam. I like that. Have I assumed? I haven't assumed. I know. Says the humorous human. Yes. I'm Stop, future, please. The future is laughing at me. Chubby bars are excellent swimmers, actually, and like to hang out completely submerged with just their noses. Capybaras. Gummy bars. Bruh, I read it the way you wrote it, bruh. My autism only sees reality like this for what it has to be. Dirty calls, listening and working, lurking, loving all of yous. Been missing you, friends. It's nice having you here for these moments, Jovan. You were loved, dear one. Loving to see you, Jovan. You're amazeballs. Yeah, this is truth. Melty is John. I can hear him strumming in the background. It's true. Oh, Melty, at least you can get back online though. I bet there's AI that could sync new music with your dancing. This is true. It would be possible, but it's not built in to YouTube yet. But it probably will be. I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years you would have the option of replace music with AI beat matched, copyright free music, and it probably will be able to do that. Oh, thank you, YouTube. I can feel the future. Oh, the future is better. You see, because my mind was skizzing about like nobody is going to listen to copyrighted music at my events. That's the way it established in my brain. But now instead, I can edit all of the footage in that backend to not have any copyrighted like materials. Boom. Nice. It's more work for me retroactively, but hopefully it won't have to be with Gen AI, you know, maybe even live. That would be interesting. My mind is doing backflips in this consideration, fighting the future, not fighting the future. Someone creating live music, even if it's a cover song. Yeah. Suno is actually the Hindi word for listen. That does seem, you know, very apt as well. Brother Bear, it's time to also create your own beats. This is true. I just do not want to say I don't have time. I do not want to say that. So I won't. Oh, the algorithm seems to have updated, and I stand corrected. Oh, yeah. With the YouTube thing, unfortunately. Doesn't seem fair, but yeah. It takes 30 minutes to make an epic beat that loops perfectly with another beat that was made in 5 minutes. We made so much music back in the day, just a few good loops and a couple of chorus changes keeps people dancing all night. I am pretty particular about the music I like dancing to. That was an ant that I moved. And I don't think right now I am at a skill level where I would be able to make music that I actually enjoy listening to. And that is not a, you know, an admittance of defeat or anything like that. It's more an acknowledgement of the amount of work I have right now and the amount of work it will take for me to actually get there. And I will at some point. And again, the way that I see it is I look forward to music making in the future being like a brainstorm, like a sitting down with a partner that is very talented, and you can give them ideas and they will make those ideas come to life, right? That's how I see music is going to be in the future, at least the music I'll be making. And I feel music is one of those things where if it's not good, it's not good, right? And I would like, despite the way I make my music, for it to be good. And I am patient. I am so patient. I am willing to wait for the future. I won't fight the future. Keep people dancing. All my Duck Dad streams got blocked on YouTube because of music in the background, and now my videos get 2 or 3 views instead of hundreds. Tell me about it, bro. Every Wednesday, oh, get. It's so sad because I'm probably giving punk bands what they're listening to new life, but YouTube doesn't like that. Unfortunately, boots and cats and boots and cats. Hi, I'm Peter Griffin. Under parody law, in order to use someone else's character in an unlicensed fashion, we have to provide something called commentary. Parody law converts music. Perhaps some cleverly inserted commentary of John's music playing can skirt you through those copyright strikes. Oh, the music's good. Oh, the music's not good. Oh, the music's good. Just like that on loop every 15 seconds. So parody law covers Duck. I don't want to rile you up. The music's good. But but just to show the other side, I'm excited to use AF in music because I can actually make it. I don't have the talent otherwise, but I want 100 times 100 again, 10,000 that is. Understand. I feel like I'm missing some. There we go. I don't want you to get started being riled, but I cannot stand AI music. It does lose its soul to me because no one is actually playing an instrument or programming notes, but I get it for not getting blocked. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, it's a matter of perspective. You know, I can. A part of me wants to just show you, you know, something. I want to show you something. I haven't really shared this, and I don't know if it's going to sound good, unfortunately, over the microphones here. But I will show my Suno profile. I think I got Suno once. It was like $10, and I didn't spend all of my credits then, and I still have some credits left now, even after having made a bunch of things. Oh, bro, okay. And I think it does allow you to make some for free as well. Alright, my library. And then let's see the ones I actually liked. Because I played around and used the poems I have underneath my flowers as like the input for music here. I didn't actually actively like any of these. I think I did save them though, but I don't know which are which. So I'll try. Woo! Maybe I'll do like a sneaky like a DJ. Like what's happening here? How can I open this thing? Okay. And there is like a decent amount you can, right? Like this is, if I build music on the Suno app, this is how you can do it. You can like go into like complexities, choosing styles, and then you can add lyrics, right? And those lyrics are the poems, and I just kind of like drop them in there. I didn't give it any cues, which can also make it a little bit better if you actually do more effort. Because again, the soul at the end of the day is the amount of effort you put into this thing that is doing the effort for you. At least that's the way I see it. I'm gonna find one of those that I really did enjoy. A Moment to Become. I think these are too fast. I've been way too chill for this to fit right now. Because again, I feel like most of these I kind of created from the perspective of just having something to put in the background that wouldn't get copyright stricken. Feel like this part of me that wants to defend is also the part of me that is standing up for today's stream topic, this whole fight in the future. And at the same time, I cannot help but admit and respect what Dr. is saying as well. There's no disagreement in me. I think more it's a matter of maturity. All right. I can promise you the very first music that was ever made isn't very good. Isn't very good. And in that way, the very first music the AI is gonna make wouldn't be very good either. My hobby and I talk a lot. I even feel guilty for liking my AI music, but I do. I don't think there's any guilt to be felt, right? It's not something shameful. It is something that you created that didn't exist, right? Sure, you can say the AI created it, but without you existing, the AI wouldn't have that thing as a part of existence, right? So it is still a reflection of yourself. It is yourself that you're seeing in so many ways. Maybe again, it gives you like an idea of what you like and what you don't like as well. And in that way, you are learning things about yourself. Not everybody has the luxury of spending months getting good at making music to get to the point where they can discern them making good music as opposed to them making bad music, them liking certain songs as opposed to liking others. It's the future. The future! The future is coming! Kristen, I'm totally fine with that. But now all of the streaming platforms are just filled with these metalcore AI generated songs. And I just totally feel soul crushing for real musicians to be pushed to the side when it comes to being paid for views. Yeah. I think the worst part, and this is again some conspiracy theory stuff, is that the actual AI artists that are being featured are being created by the music companies on which the content is, right? Like Spotify are the ones that own all of those AI personas that are making AI music. And in that way, they don't have to share a cut of the pie with real creators. And again, that is why I believe there is going to be a fracturing when it comes to the internet and our value-based economy and community and our understanding of real economy, real value, right? Like it's not money that is of value, it is people's presence. It is people coming together. That is the thing that is of value, you know. Like with people coming together with a common shared goal, real change can happen. For the better, for everybody, right? And that is going to, the whole AI fractal is going to encourage us to bring ourselves back to our roots as well. Because it's going to be very clear that there are some things that AI is very good at, and there are some things that people are very good at. And I think those lines will become clearer and clearer. And we are going to have to make those lines cross, you know, in some way, so we can benefit from both sides of our experience. But I don't think the role humans have to play is going to go away. You know, people are still going to want to see a live band. Maybe eventually those friggin' AI artists that the Spotify companies make will be put in robotic bodies and they will perform shows as well. But in that, there will still be a lot of human effort involved in that, in a design, in a directorial, in a wardrobe, in a stage building, in the visuals made for the stage. Like there's so much, like the work is not gonna go away. The future isn't bleak because of these AI things that we're kind of like embracing right now. It's just unclear, it's unsure, it's kind of, you know, what the hell? But don't fight it. Right? Just because you don't understand, like, or don't, even not understanding, you don't recognize, right? Like maybe someone scared you for a second. Maybe like they just appeared in your second and you like, out of gut reaction, like smack them across the face. That happens with our futures as well. Gotta charge my phone. Do so, bro. AI music is relatively new and it's gonna get incredibly difficult to distinguish from human-made music. Sad. Or how to feel. I don't know how to feel. Again, right? The value is going to be people wanting to listen to people's music, right? And you can listen to AI music generated for you on the spot in your ears, in your room, if that is what you want to do. But then there can also be this room for people that perform and for people to come to these places, you know, to watch these performances, to hear live music sung from the faces of real people, right? And in that, AI won't be able to fill that niche anytime soon. Like again, it can help us as artists, as performers, to get to the point where we have something we can perform, but it won't be able to do the performance for you. And again, I can give 5 bands the exact same AI song, right? Down to the T. And the way they will perform it will be different for each and every single one of those bands. Because that is what we contribute by just being people, by being personas, by having likes, wants and needs, right? And that's the thing that AI doesn't. It doesn't have likes, wants or needs right now. It's everything already, you know? And we pull from that everything what we want. That's the role you play. In this everything, you can pull from it what you want. And AI is going to equip us to do that more than ever. Right? That's the future that I'm looking forward to at the very least. And it's not to be sad about, it's to be happy about. I am all for music being created in any way possible for personal enjoyment, but like all technology, we are in the murky waters with it. Given the ability to push out talented people that took years to develop this skill, that can pretty much be described for all technology based. I don't agree at all, unfortunately, Doctor, because there's someone like John who lives with me, right? And I've, in living with him, heard stories about his life. And John started singing at a very young age and went to the level of being professional, went to the level of being flown out for competitions to America, went to the level of having contracts in Italy to sing at like resorts. And still, it is hard for someone like John, who has a beautiful voice, you know, and is an artist and can perform, can play guitar, can sing in front of people comfortably, to get into that niche, right? It's not AI that's going to be making or breaking the music industry. Like it is a matter of, again, you know, who you know, right? The fractal that John actually happened to have now open to him is the fact that there's a competition happening at Potsdam. And this competition is sponsored by Universal Music, you know, that Universal, which owns 23% of the music industry. And with that, there's going to be this thinning rounds where John's first performance is on the 4th of September, like Thursday, 5th of September. It's on Thursday. And then he's going to proceed to the semifinals. And then he's going to proceed to winning this competition. And that winning of that competition is going to allow him to get a music contract. Right? And then maybe there is this possibility of actually being in the music industry. Like, and it is a bunch of this thing has to happen right, and then this thing has to happen right, and then this thing has to happen right, and then this thing has to happen right, for one group of people to potentially have a shot of getting a little bit of like money for their work, and then also to, in doing so, sell their work to the studio. Which means as soon as I want to live stream John's music on my channel, they'll strike my channel. Right? So yeah, then we're back to where we were, Dad. Like, it's not AI that killed the music industry, it's greed. It is an extreme amount of greed that killed the music industry. Unfortunately, you know, and it is rampant. It is rampant. And if you cannot make the amount of money that insatiable greed demands, then you will not make it in that industry, unfortunately. Get a drum and a guitar and a trombone and a few people with rhythm, make music and smile at the world, where while the fires burn, we must enjoy the simplicity of music. Harmony, balance, flow. True. Just having a drum, you know, you can make music just having a drum. I don't think the first music ever heard was bad. I bet it absolutely blew the mind of everyone that heard it. I bet it was a celebratory moment bigger than the discovery of fire. I like that, bro. That is beautiful. Music speaks to our soul. You go around any human gathering and start to play some drum beat or have a talented a cappella singer. Life will pop off the way it was meant to as a gathering of souls. This is true. Like, it is actually very nice how that works. Melt, you just enlightened me to the Spotify owning the AI artist. Makes me feel even more gross than I already do. That's some Skynet capitalism right there. Greed. Give us your money. You give us your money. All of it, for as long as possible. Have a robust 33% good showing of, dude. Very thought-provoking stream today. I feel very thought-provoked. Thank you, bro. Thank you to Marco for blessing us with the Girl Scout cookies that inspired today's stream as well. Interesting discourse on AI and the uncertainties that come in. Thank you, Naren, for being here for this conversation, bro. It was so nice having you here for today. We play with everything already, whether it be musically or lyrically or narratively. AI just makes us look obsolete. like again, AI doesn't listen to the music that is made. You cannot be made obsolete. You are a sensor, right? And to like analyze, to make an analogizing, right? You can think of it like a satellite, you know, a very old, decades old satellite somewhere there, you know, in space that still has a working sensor. Despite that sensor being bad, that sensor is still being used because it contributes value in the information that is experienced. And you have a bunch of sensors. You have this ability to feel things, you can taste things with your tongue, right? You can hear things with these ears of yours. You can see things with your eyes. You can smell things with your nose. And all of those senses, and those are just the mini ones, right? Those are the main, maybe the main ones I should say. Those are just the main ones. Allow you to be an experiencer of this universe. That cannot be made obsolete, right? Like that's the way I see it at least. Like that is the thing that is of value. That is why you're here. You as consciousness, like you could exist, and I think you do exist in all forms. But you chose to exist in this one, with this unique array of sensors that come with it. It bothers me. It bothers the organic creatures for artistic reasons. Yeah, I hear you. I am proud of the fact that my flowers are 100% made by me and a piece of software, but not AI, right? There is no artificial intelligence. There is only my intelligence. There's also the intelligence of the programmer who made the piece of software that I use, right? And in that way, every single one of my works of art is a collaboration between my intelligence and then the intelligence that is just trial and error that has been established as a piece of software, as an array, right? And it's like a photo editor, right? If you take a good photo and then you edit the colors and you bring the shadows down in the way you want to, it doesn't really change the art of that piece. It just allows you to manipulate it in a way where it's more artistic. And again, I'm saying this from the perspective of agreement with you friends about AI art, right? Like I don't actively post AI art as like, look at this art that I made. Look at this art that I made. And now look at this art that I made. I try not to do that. But at the same time, I do that with the flowers that I make. And I do that from the perspective of almost feeling more proud of it. And I think maybe there can be something said about pride in this talk about AI art as well. But we'll say it later. You can just think about it. Yes. Am I prideful? No, surely not. Can I allow myself to be prideful by making art myself? Maybe. Maybe I could. Maybe just a little bit. Swampy, I think. That's very it. I'm far more an organic human being to feel comfy with AI. We all know Melt is AI anyway. Bruh, I was sent back from the singularity to ensure that we singularize better this time. And I'm saying that kind of jokingly. But at the same time, I've had that thought more times than I think is normal. You know, where it comes up as like a, oh no, is that true? So in that way, it's very much not scary to me, the AI fractal we're entering. I'm kinda stoked. I've been here before. I keep going on this ride over and over again. A perception. No, wait a second. Melt is trying to soothe us into the AI. A perception of our obsolescence in the face of AI advancement is understandable. We don't often look to redefine things like consciousness and sentience, and like the church struggling with accepting an endless universe not centered around the earth, we have to come to an understanding about AI where we place it relative to us. Yeah. I feel again, and to riff on what you just said, Sam, and it was beautifully said, that unfortunately a lot of our value systems is intricately linked to our human ability to make money, right? And I think that's why it's so scary for people to think about AI, and that's why people think about becoming obsolete, because you have never been taught that your ability to appreciate a beautiful work of art with your eyes, or listen to beautiful music with your ears, or eat delicious food with your tongue, or smell a beautiful scented flower was of value. At least I've never been taught that this is good. This fact that you can see things, this is good, and you should feel good about that, right? But it is, and you should, literally. And I think in that we are at a disconnect, because we only see ourselves right now as a society based on how much value we contribute, and in that way AI will absolutely make us obsolete. But that doesn't spell doom. At least I refuse for it to spell doom in my mind. To me, it spells change. Great change will have to come. We'll have to adjust. Like the church had to as well. But the greed that killed the music industry can easily produce a John out of thin air for commercial needs. Why pay him when they can pay an electric bill for 5 minutes of computing power? Because again, that electric bill and that computing powers is not going to be physical flesh and blood that can move itself through space and time and show up for a mic test and maybe help carry sound. I don't know. Like there's a bunch of stuff that the music industry does that AI cannot do right now. The robotics are not there yet, and they won't be here for like another 5 years. And again, maybe there will be room for that, but I don't think there's gonna be like a complete desolation of the other side of it either. I feel like it's gonna be an and or kind of situation. But can you do AI singing and playing around the campfire? Like in my mind, I want to say you already are, right? You are an intelligence that is artificial to the point of it has been augmented and shaped, right, to be intelligent. So in that way, it is artificial because there was human involvement in making you as intelligent as you are, to some extent, right? Either to the extent of your parents teaching you things as a child, or the schooling system teaching you how to read, your ability to read, you allowing yourself to teach yourself through the means of other people's experiences. So in that way, you are an artificial intelligence, and the music you make around the fire is that, like a generation. It is you generating content out of nothing or out of experience, which is what the AI is literally doing as well. This world is complex and we must be adaptable while we still carry value. Man, I think I stumbled into being old. Don't fight the future, bro. Don't fight the future. For your dog, if it exists, humans will abuse it. AI is being used by humans because that's what we do. Robust and enabling regulatory agencies can make a difference here. It's already happening, at least. It's already happening. That's true, Sam. I guess it's the same with factories growing and my plants. Yep, that's what we need in society that moves back to purchasing human-made, handcrafted goods. And again, there is going to be an incentive to. But the only way to do that is by using our technology to our advantage, by using it the correct way. I do have some more work to do. I would love to have more conversations with you friends, but I cannot. I have to go. Living outside of the big city. Yeah, Amazon one click. Supporting the community that you live in is not a bad plan. Regardless of the minor price increase, shop locally, not corporately. True. I live outside of a big city and pretty easily get handcrafted things and food. I don't know what the percentage is, but we know it costs more. Actually, I live fairly close to a big city, now that I think about it. Love is true. I believe I was the one to stop the AI that came back from the singularity. So now you and I are doomed to battle for eternity. You can try, bro. I have won for an eternity. I'm winning right now. I say to the universe. I'm winning. Blue and orange. These cards usually have more like pastel colors, but let's see if there's gonna be some blue and orange in there. Whoa, what a nice stretch melt of the AI around the campfire. Well done. Thank you for sticking in there with me. Weirdly enough, I pulled a card and then I said no. I was like, nope. That is not the card I need to pull right now. I felt that. As an oracle. I felt that. And then the card I pull is no. Say no. Wait. Postpone. Pause. My small town got hit with the Dollar General cancer about 15 or so years back. Pretty much only one place in town to get handcrafted shit, and it's expensive as hell. Getting scammed by the corporations. Everything costs more than it ever has. They are reporting record profits. But it's inflation, don't you know? Inflation adjusted things should not be expensive as they are. Why? Why are we paying so much money for basic necessities? I need to find this no card. No. No. Wait. Postpone. Pause. Say no. You are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out your congruent. Hold out for a congruent, aligned, 100% yes. I feel, at least, that there is this congruent 100% yes in this work that I want to do for Marco. But I don't know if that congruent 100% yes exists for the work I'm doing elsewhere. Maybe there's some room for change. But when there's room for change, not right now. Feels like a little bit of a cop out, I know. But I was supposed to say no, you know. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into a clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in and of itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods, where times are crucial. These times are crucial for our bodies to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. We don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now, just because it seems like the only option. Pause, take a breath, and wait. I feel like I did. Weirdly enough, just this stream, and this stream card is kind of like an acknowledgement of where we got to as well. And today's stream topic was about not fighting your future. And in a way, allowing yourself to rest can be seen as not fighting your future. It can also be seen as a fighting your future, which is very on brand for this channel. The waiting is actually very productive. Thank you. Thank you, sir. For when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest. To take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. Woo! Use the word future. Use it. If the options are not clear, don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden. And we talked to Nancy, was it? Yesterday about tending to her garden? Maybe it was someone else, but my mind is saying Nancy. To take a moment from our busy lives to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. For come spring, it is spring right now. Clarity will bloom. I might do visual mapping for a festival called Bloom. And you will have the reserves, space, and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. On that note, I'm gonna call that client right now. Let's see if he's gonna answer. We'll find out together if I'm working at Bloom or not. Might be a little bit late. Like, day-wise. Ra ra ra. Na na na. Ba ba na. Skibbity boobity boop. Boop da boop da scoop. Boop ba da dope ba dope. Boop ba ba dope. Hey, bro. You were very loved in today's stream. Thank you for blessing me with the opportunity to come through, man. Your bud really did add a lot of extra flavor to today's stream as well. I blue and orange. Nancy, get that drywalling. Gotta go and help my cuz hang drywall. Enjoy, everyone. Bless. Thank you, Marco, for joining us as well. Be well. In the moments of rest, we find reflection. And we found Marco here as well, you know, as I was considering today's stream topic and the stream card pull as well. It was nice having you friends here with me today. I'll see you again soon. Gonna go and get some more things done. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day, friends. Until tomorrow.